Hello, and welcome once again to Stone Soup.
The world according to Sci-Fi Geeks. Although this isn't very sci-fi or geeky,
Well,
we're going to review
Well,
a
it's
couple of
theater
movies.
geeky.
It's theater geeky. We're going to review a couple of movies. The first one's going to be Les Mis.
Yes.
That's to
Les
say
Miserables.
Les Miserables, which is French for the miserable ones. And boy, were they miserable.
Hi.
Man. Now, this was a book that was 1,500 pages long.
As the nostalgia chick said, they kill several trees every time they make one.
Oh, yeah. Now, the first thing they had to do, this was the movie started as a stage play.
Yes.
So the first thing they had to do was hack it down to the point where they could actually perform it on stage. And it was a musical, which the book did not have any songs in it.
No.
Tolkien did not write Les Mis. And, because Tolkien actually wrote songs. But anyway, so they hacked out everything except Valjean's story and Fantine's story.
Well, and Cosette's story.
Well, Cosette and Marius are part of Valjean's story,
Well,
really.
yeah, but... anyway, the point is, as you all know, the stage play is this huge international hit. So they decided to make a movie of the play. Not of the book, but of the play. Songs and all.
And it's fabulous. And first thing you have to know, if you don't know it already, is the cast was amazing. It was amazing even before you sat down and watched and said, wow, these people are fab. Because they had Hugh Jackman was Valjean. Yes, God, what was his name? Russell Crowe
Yes.
was
Javert.
Javert, and Anne Hathaway was Fantine. And adult Cosette was Amanda Seyfried, I think is how you pronounce her last name. Of the four of them, well, and I don't know the name of the young man who played Marius. He had a great voice.
Yes.
Amanda can't really sing. I mean, she's very high and kind of warbly, and but she didn't ruin it
No.
or anything.
No.
Now,
Fortunately, Cosette doesn't do that much singing.
Yeah.
So Cosette's biggest song is when she's little. So,
and that child could sing.
yes.
Hugh Jackman has done musical theater.
Yep.
Russell Crowe has his own rock band. He sings. He can sing. And so can Hugh. And turns out that Anne Hathaway can really sing.
Yes.
And as you may well know, she won an Academy Award for Fantine.
Like most people, when we heard she had been cast as Fantine, we were like,
What?
her?
Princess Diaries? And of course, this is the same year that she was also Catwoman. And we were like, what? Princess Diaries? What are you, nuts, people?
She's
No.
proving us wrong. Well done, ma'am.
Oh, yes. 2 thumbs up,
Yes.
Miss Hathaway. You are amazing.
Yes.
And, of course, she already knew that, but some of us didn't. And we weren't the only ones. There was, all kinds of noise on the internet about Anne Hathaway. Yeah, people. Anne Hathaway. Shut up.
Deal with it.
Yeah, deal with it. First, at this point in the Batman movies, we should be trusting Chris Nolan a lot better.
Seriously.
I mean, when has he ever screwed up on the casting? Like, never. Nope. And Les Mis, like we say, she won the Academy Award. They knew what they were doing. They did something new.
Yes.
I'm sure you've all heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of recording all the music 3 months ahead of time, they sang live in front of the cameras while they were filming.
Yes. This gave them the opportunity to do something that you cannot do with a stage play. They could be subtle.
Well, not just that. When you make a movie, when you make a TV show, they make you keep doing a scene until they've got 4 good takes, so that they can go through them and choose. And I mean 4 takes where nobody flubbed his lines. Everybody was on their marks. 4 good takes for everybody. That can mean they have to do it 25 times to get what they're looking for.
And they say the actors don't earn their money.
Yeah, they're wrong. And I've seen this. I've been on set,
An
it can be.
extra.
And I was an extra, and it can be exhausting. Hell, it's exhausting for the extras. God knows what it is for the people who are actually in front of the cameras, moving their asses around.
Frankly, it's a wonder these people still have voices.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they,
the
well, they
singers, I
probably
mean.
had rested their throats,
Yes.
every 2 or 3 takes just on general principles.
In the behind-the-scenes stuff, Hugh Jackman commented that there'll be days when he wouldn't say anything to save his voice.
Because he had to, And then he's got a wife and 2 little kids, so it's like, well, Dad's not going to be yelling at you for a couple of days, so
Woohoo! Woo!
Yeah, Mom's gonna handle it. Oh crap! Because yeah, but anyway, they were all really, really good, and the movie was really, really good. But it felt choppy,
Yes.
and that's largely because it was the stage play, and
You know, on the stage, you know their limitations, so you accept them. You don't notice the choppiness as
your
much.
brain fills in.
Yeah.
It really
and you're
does.
so enraptured by the music, you don't care much.
But in the movie, you especially with Fantine, it's like, wait, what? Because she gets thrown out in the street, and it feels like in a single 24-hour period, she gets thrown out in the street, sells her hair, sells her teeth, becomes a prostitute, and dies of syphilis. All in the same 24-hour period, which she didn't have syphilis to begin with, you understand?
Yes.
And you're
Yeah, it
like,
felt very
wow,
rushed.
that was really fast. But
There needed to be a greater sense of passing time. I don't know how they would do that since this whole thing is one of the songs.
Yeah.
But they needed to find some way to show us that time was passing.
yeah, they really did.
I mean, it might not have been a whole lot of time, but there had to be more time in there.
Yeah, maybe they should have, I don't know, injected another song in there. I don't know. I just know that it felt very odd, very fast and unbelievable.
Yes.
And that's the only part that does. And again, if you understand that this is the stage play, you can say, oh, okay, I get this.
Yeah.
It didn't work. But the rest of it does work.
Yes.
And these people, like I said, they're just amazing. And like she said, they can be subtle. There's a scene towards the end. Part of what happens in the student
1820s.
revolution of the 1820s, and it didn't work too well.
No.
And
Crash and
Marius,
burn.
who is our young male lead, the one who's in love with Cosette, is like the only survivor from his group. And he's sitting alone in what's left of a bar they used to
Hang out with
hang
his
out
friends.
at. And he's singing about how it's all empty now because they're all dead. And his face is pale. His arms are sling because he's wounded. And I think the song is Empty Chairs and Empty Tables.
Yes.
And he just, I mean, they have the camera close in his face, and he is just shattered, and he looks shattered, and he sounds shattered. And it's something you cannot do on stage.
Because on stage, you got to reach the back seats.
All the way to the back. So you have this, simultaneously, you have to be singing very forcefully and sounding like you're not.
It's a trick.
It's a real trick. Whereas in film, you can be very, very subtle.
Yes.
And one of the places where that actually played against them, in my mind, was Master of the House.
Ah.
Master of the House is the comedy relief. And part of it is, he's the Master of the House. It's the, what's her name? Thénardier?
Yes, Thénardier.
Thénardier's, Mr. and Mrs. And he's on one side of the stage, and she's on the other side of the stage, on the stage play. So he's not hearing what she's saying. And she's basically insulting him. And in the movie, that was a little trickier to show.
Yeah.
Because on the stage play, just by keeping him at one end and her at the other, you have implied he's singing this, I'm the master of the house. And she's like, yeah, right, you totally worthless piece of crap.
Yeah.
And he doesn't hear what she's saying. So what they did in the movie is she's singing it very quietly. Da-da-da-da-da-da, and lifelong shit. And it doesn't have the right comic force. So,
Our only other real complaint about the movie is that some scenes were way too dark. And we don't mean emotionally, we mean physically.
I don't see that well to begin with. Dark scenes, often I can't tell what's going on the screen. And we were watching it in our living room at night.
No,
So
it was middle of the
It
day.
was middle of the day. That was a mistake. We should have watched that one last.
Yes.
But I literally, but then they were saying, no, we can't see it either.
We could see movement. That was it.
And you know what? That's a mistake in a movie.
Yeah.
There are ways to light it up so that we understand it's happening at night in the dark. But there
we can
is
still see what's
absolutely
happening.
no point in a scene where the audience can't tell what's going on. There's just no point in it.
I mean, in The Hobbit, one of the times when they're camping, it's obviously night, it's awfully dark, but we can still see everybody and can still see what they're doing. There would be these scenes at night, and it was so dark. Like I said, we could see movement, and that would be it. We couldn't even say for sure who was moving.
Yeah. Just
Maybe in a completely dark theater or a completely dark room, it would be better. But any ambient light at all, and
And nothing was on that screen, and it was annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, my vision's not that great to begin with. It really annoys me when I can't tell what's going on the screen. Because, I mean, I've got hearing aids, so I can hear what's going on. And I have glasses. I have glasses to read with, glasses to watch long distance, and the distance glasses couldn't tell me what was going on the screen. I just couldn't see it. And I don't see any point, again, in a scene like that.
No.
If you can't show me what's going on, then you better tell me.
Yep.
Because, and it's not like this was, super special effects heavy laden or anything.
No.
This all takes place way in the past, and Doctor Who was not there. So,
So there are no aliens or nothing. But other than these minor details.
One other person we forgot to mention was the boy who plays Gavroche.
Oh, yes.
Was brilliant.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
can't be more than, 12,
If that.
If he stays in showbiz, he has got one heck of a future.
Yes.
Because he is wonderful.
So, other than those minor complaints,
Yeah.
We liked it very much. It is a good movie. Again, few minor issues, but if you can overlook those, and if you're a big enough fan of the play, you will love the movie.
You will enjoy
too.
it. And yes, they all had the voices for it.
So, yay.
Yeah. Oh, and the little background stuff. The person who played the Monsignor in the Candlesticks part was the very first Valjean on stage, Colm Wilkinson. Several of the people, of the women in the factory, or at least one, I think several of them, had played either Fantine or Eponine on stage.
A lot of the background people were people who had done Les Mis on stage.
On stage. So, it is definitely worth picking up. You can get it on Blu-ray right now. And it's definitely worth it because it's really, really well done. So.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.